What's good, my beautiful kings and queens? It's Wini, bringing to your favorite British locked YouTuber. If this is the first time that you're watching a video of mine, welcome to this channel. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you're notified every single time that I upload. If you're an oldie and you've come back to watch this face again, thank you so much. Your continuous support is heavily appreciated. Now today's video, hopefully it's a short and sweet one, but I basically wanted to talk about ways that you can be happy in your singleness, because I feel that, especially as a woman, when you hit, like, I could say 26 and above and you're single, you don't have no kids, I feel like people like to frown on you depending on the community that you are in. And I feel that a lot of people as well tend to put a lot of pressure on themselves when they are single, and they pressurize themselves, you know, to finding somebody, or they feel that somebody being in their lives will make them happy. So I feel like, to me, especially on the journey that I'm currently on, obviously if you've watched the previous video, I would suggest that you do watch it, but the journey that I'm currently on right now is I'm literally just doing me. So if you haven't watched the previous video, in the previous video I was basically talking about the reasons why I no longer will ever use dating apps again, and obviously where I've got rid of all of my dating apps and stuff like that. A weight has felt lifted off my shoulders, and I've basically been using this time to just heavily focus on myself, ways that I can better myself, and I thought that was the perfect time to talk about it. I feel like you being single is not a disease. I feel like you should stop being fixated on your singleness. I feel like you should stop seeing being single as a negative thing, and you should stop comparing yourself to other people. Maybe you are in a situation where, like, all of your friends or your relatives or people close to you are all in relationships and they appear to be happy, but what you've got to remember is happiness comes from within. In regards to, you know, wanting to date and stuff as a singleton, you should see it as somebody adds to your happiness. It's not somebody makes you happy. So in order for you to be happy within yourself, you need to be happy being single. And basically there are various ways that you can embrace being single, be happy being single, and that's literally use this time to better yourself, period. If there are previous things that you haven't been doing, so like, for example, maybe you used to be an avid reader, and for whatever reason, because you've been focusing so much on you being singleness and you've been trying to get out of single life, maybe you've been focusing on apps too much, whatever it may be, use this time to start reading books, use this time to travel, use this time to work out places that you can solo travel. At the time of me filming this video, countries are slowly opening up, but you know, be like me, I'm not gonna lie, like, I've been doing my research and I'm already aware that, for example, Spain are open for travel. So I've booked my solo travels. You don't know I love traveling so much, but literally I'm just using this time to work on me. And I feel like you watching this, because you're probably watching this and maybe you're watching it because you're single and you're in the same boat as me, where, you know, you are single, maybe you are open to meeting new people and stuff. However, I feel like your main focus should be on yourself during this period. I sincerely believe that the more that you focus on yourself, the more that you better yourself. For example, you could pick up new hobbies, you could visit new countries, you could start cooking new dishes, you could learn a new language, you can go out with your friends more if possible, you could socialize here and there more if you can. Do you. Now is the best time to do that, because that way you will be happy within yourself. And I feel like when you're happy within yourself, when somebody then comes into the picture, you don't rely on this specific person to make you happy, because you're already happy. So because you're so happy within yourself, by the time somebody comes into that picture, all that person has to do is now be able to add to that happiness and to add extra value to your life. We need to get out of the habit of thinking, oh, what, because you're 30 and you're single, it means that, you know, there's something wrong with you, or life is not worth living because you're single. No, being single is not a disease. See being single as the perfect time to have you time, the perfect time that any time that you have some spare time, you can decide what you want to do with that time. If you know that, oh, you know what, next week I have time off work, go book a flight. book a flight, do some online shopping, treat yourself, pick up some new skills. Stop relying on somebody to make you feel that your life is worth living. Your life is worth living as you are now. And I feel that for me, this video was very important for me to speak up on it, because obviously, if you don't know already, I'm 30. I'm gonna be turning 31 this year, and at present of me filming this video, I'm single as fuck. Like, I'm not talking to somebody on that level. I'm not dating. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm literally just doing me. I've decided that even though even though this year so far has been a little bit crazy, you know, there's been a lot of deaths happening, a lot of people in the spotlight passing away, we've had COVID, you know, we've had murders, Black Lives Matter incidents, police brutality, yada yada. I still feel that we can still turn 2020 around to some extent by changing things that we are capable of changing. And I feel like we are all very capable of bettering ourselves. Instead of staying fixated on expecting other people to better us, better yourself. Be the person that you basically want to attract. If you want to, for example, attract somebody that's confident, somebody that is a boss, somebody that is working towards something great in life, you need to be working towards having something great in life too. Don't be a bum. Like, if you've not been doing anything throughout this whole period, throughout this whole quarantine, apart from being on apps and worrying about who likes you or who doesn't like you, or you've just been stuck in bed doing fuck all, use this time to start doing something. Take yourself out, go for walks. Like, there's so much to do, and I feel like we as humans, we put too much value on things that are irrelevant. The thing about life is what you make it, you know, and it all comes from the mindset. It all comes from how you view certain things. So if you view, for example, if you're a woman and you're single and you're watching it, and for you life has no meaning unless you're with somebody, then that's what life is gonna be for you. Life is not gonna have any meaning. But if you're like somebody that's me, where it's like, okay, you know what, for once in my life, I'm actually like, I'm ready, I'm open to something serious. However, it's not happening right now. It's cool. I'm gonna keep on putting out content. I'm gonna keep on traveling the world. I'm gonna keep on bossing up and, you know, working on my craft. I'm gonna keep on socializing with friends. I'm gonna try out new places, new things and stuff like that. You've got a positive mindset. Listen, positivity will come your way, period. Like, there's no ifs, there's no buts, there's no maybes about it. But you need to basically change how you see yourself. You need to start doing more. You need to not be accepting crap, because this is the thing, like, if you're unhappy within your singleness, what's gonna happen is when somebody comes into the picture, even if they're bottom of the barrel, you're just gonna accept them. Even if they keep on doing things that upset you and you've pulled them up on it but they're still not changing, you're just gonna take them on board. Why? Because you're not happy within yourself, because you don't value yourself, because you don't rate yourself. You just see as, listen, there's nothing to life. Even if that person ain't shit, at least that person likes me, at least that person is with me, so I'm gonna take them even though I know I can do better. That ain't what we're trying to aim for. That's not what we're trying to aim for. We're trying to do better. But in order for you to do better, you need to see yourself as better. You need to stop moping around and stop feeling sorry for yourself just because of a little thing like being single. Listen, this is even a time that you need to embrace your you time, because when that correct person for you comes into that picture, you may not have as much you time, you know, because you may always be in that person's space, or that person may always want to be in your space and all of that. So utilize this time, pick up new skills, be happy, doll yourself up, you know, look cute, work out, eat better, do something. Like, there's so many things, so many ways for you to be happy within your singleness. Like, for example, for me, I was an avid reader at some point, but I've noticed that basically at the start of quarantine-ish, I was kind of spending a lot of time on apps and stuff, and in turn I was being a little bit bummy, and it's like, Winnie, what the hell are you doing? So now that I've ditched all of that, and not even just that, but I've also ditched anything or anybody that doesn't make me feel happy. So even if it's like people that talk to me and they're negative all the time, and when I'm talking to them they bring down my energy, I've removed them from my life, because I'm not trying to have negativity in my life. Like, I'm not trying to hear it. You know, there are certain people, you have high spirits, you are confident, but then they always want to put you down. They're always like, oh, like, why are you so confident? Oh, why are you always so happy? Like, when X, Y, and Z is happening, and they're really trying to bring you down. No, not me. I've got rid of them. Yeah, you need to get rid of them too. That's what we're gonna do, get rid of them. But yeah, going back to me previously being an avid reader, I realized that, yo, listen, quarantine, yeah, the majority of my time was just like, when I wasn't working from home, I was just preening apps. Like, what kind of life is that? You're just preening apps, and you're preening it. And the thing is, it's mentally draining, but it's like, what did you gain out of doing that? So I've now got the mindset of anything that I'm now doing, like, and doing going forward, I'm trying to gain something. Books, like, books are a great way to gain knowledge. I recently finished reading this book right here. It's called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, How to Be More Confident. Literally, I read this in less than a week. Brilliant book at that. And now I've got these 3 books that I'm yet to read, which is We Should All Be Feminists by Chimamanda Ngozi. And I've got this book here called Wini by Candice Williams. It's hella thick. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I've got this book as well that people kept telling me to read, which is Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race. At the end of the day, I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get through all these books. However, I will get through them, and I also plan on getting through them as well whilst I'm on holiday. And I'm gonna be solo traveling, baby. Learn to be happy in your singleness, because you are worthy, you are precious, you are special, you are royalty. I'm not saying that, oh, you need to, you know, have X, Y, and Z like together before you can find happy. That's not what I'm saying at all. But the main purpose of what I'm saying in this video is use your singleness right now to level up. Use your singleness right now to be happy within yourself. Use this time to love yourself. Things that you don't love about yourself, do positive affirmations. Look at yourself in the mirror every day and tell yourself that you are beautiful as you are. Take yourself for walks. Listen, make yourself look cute. Make yourself do whatever you've got to do to make yourself look cute. Go out, get some fresh air, go for a walk. It's currently quarantine as I'm filming this. You know, restaurants and stuff ain't open, bars and clubs ain't open, and that. The parks are still there, the roads are still open. Listen, use this time, utilize it to make yourself feel good. Learn to be happy as you are, because you are whole, and whenever you come across somebody, whenever that may be, they will add to your wholeness. I don't believe in the whole ideology of somebody making you whole. Like, you know, when people say, oh, that's my other half, I personally feel like you need to be whole, that person is whole, you guys come together and you guys make shit work. But in order for that to happen, you need to be in a good space, my dear. And that's literally all I wanted to say. Like, learn to be happy in your singleness. Do not let other people make you feel bad for being single as well. Especially, listen, yeah, guys, let me come close because my parents are around. Being an African, yeah, and being 30 and being single means that every other week my mom will ask me, why do you not have a boyfriend? Do you not want to marry? When will I have my grandkids? Blah blah blah. Do not let anybody pressurize you. You will have all these things if you want it when the time is right for you. Don't allow other people to pressurize you. Don't allow other people to have you rushing and accepting people that are going to do nothing but add stress to your life. But anyway, oh, my battery's about to die, guys. I've got to go. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, be good.